The MLB trade deadline is approaching. It's going to be interesting to see what the Yankees do, but there is a big question. And are the Yankees going to trade their top prospects? Are they going to have a crazy deadline, a big deadline? Are they going to kind of keep it small? Maybe just get some low leverage type relievers? Like, what are the Yankees going to do this deadline? But the question we're going to be answering today is, will they trade their top prospects?
Yeah, I mean, let's start with the top one, George Lombard Jr., because I think he might be the one exception to the case where the Yankees might just do a full everyone but him. And, I think part of the reason for that is actually Anthony Volpe. Like, I think the Yankees are looking, late next year, maybe 2027, and saying, all right, well, if Volpe doesn't turn out to be the guy that we want, he might be next in line. He's the Yankees' number one prospect. We know the Yankees think very highly of him. I think very highly of him. I know you do too. I'm okay with that also, Ryan. I don't think you need to go into the deadline kind of just saying, all right, we'll overpay, we'll give you whatever you want, just give us who we want. Like that's not always the right mentality. And that's when sometimes we get caught up on one player, whether it's an Eugenio Suarez or someone else. It just doesn't work out because maybe they need Lombard or something of that sorts.
Yeah, I mean, look at what happened with the Mets a couple years ago. They traded Pete Crow Armstrong over to the Cubs and to get Javi Baez, and it was a rental. They got like 2 months of Javi Baez, and look at what Pete Crow Armstrong is doing. I don't think that there's a player available right now that the Yankees would dish Lombard out. Maybe if it was like some miracle deal for Jose Ramirez or some, maybe Paul Skeens deal. Those two players are really the only players I think they'd deal him in. But yeah, I highly doubt the Yankees are going to trade George Lombard Jr. You touched on Anthony Volpe in shortstop. George Lombard Jr. can play third base too. The Yankees don't have a third baseman for the future as well. So he could be in their plans for the whole entire left side of the infield. But I think a big question, everyone's talking about it, is Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones has 7 home runs in 14 games since he's been promoted to AAA. He's been tearing the cover off the ball. It's going to be interesting to see if the Yankees deal him. Max Goodman came out and said something a few days ago regarding Arizona and the Yankees as potential trade partners. And he said Arizona would likely ask for a top prospect like Cam Schlittler or Spencer Jones in a return for Eugenio Suarez. So that's pretty big right there. I don't know if you want to give up a Cam Schlittler or Spencer Jones in a rental deal. I do think that's a lot for a rental. But look, if you package maybe Eugenio Suarez, Zach Gallen, maybe you throw Merrill Kelly in there and a reliever, and you make it, a big trade package, maybe something like we saw in 2017, where the Yankees traded for Todd Frazier, Tommy Kahnle, and David Robertson, got all three of those guys from the White Sox. Maybe if you make it a big package that could fix all the Yankees' holes, basically like that, maybe you go ahead and do that deal because look, the American League, I think, is kind of up in the air. I mean, Detroit's on the come up. The Astros look really good, but who knows there? Like, this is Aaron Judge's prime years. Like, you got to go for
Yeah.
it. So maybe you go ahead and do that deal. I think the biggest one is Spencer Jones. Do the Yankees believe in him? If they do, definitely should hold on to him because, the way he's hitting the ball right now, especially from the left side in Yankee Stadium, you want to hold on to that. But if you think the strikeout numbers are too much of a concern and you don't think he's going to play at the big league level, then you should definitely move him. I think it's all Spencer Jones is going to be all deciding on what the Yankees believe.
I will say, and as much as it would hurt if Spencer Jones were to go on and turn into be a great ball player, I mean, I don't know if his price is ever going to get higher. He has a 1.2 OPS, 14 games in AAA, but he's half as many home runs as games played in AAA. Like that is crazy. He's hitting 362, so it's not like he's just hitting for power. Um, I mean, I think Spencer Jones counts a lot. I mean, he could almost count as a big league player because, if it wasn't the Yankees who have just such a stacked outfield, or if there was a few holes in that outfield, we'd be talking about calling up Spencer Jones right now and what he could do for our team right now. So I almost
Yeah.
like you don't even really have to think of him as a prospect. Any team that, if I had to guess, that would be trading for him is probably bringing him right up. I mean, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be a great team. They'd probably just let him get run. So I don't know. It's a tough one, but I think you always kind of got to lean back to the mentality of at the end of the day, they are still prospects, and our goal is to win the World Series this year. So it would hurt, and Spencer Jones does look really promising, but I think he might be our best piece to use
Yeah.
this deadline.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Cam Schlittler too, and Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones, I think, is like 24 years old. They're both major league ready players. I mean, Schlittler just made his debut. The Yankees are a little short on pitching depth. I think I would only give up Schlittler in a deal if I was getting a starter back. I'm not giving away that
Yeah, we need
depth.
him. Yeah, that
Um,
can't happen.
yeah, I kind of like Schlittler personally. I'd he'd be someone I'd try to hold on to and develop. I do like him. Spencer Jones is going to be curious now. Like we touched on before, the Diamondbacks call me and they're like Eugenio Suarez for Spencer Jones. It depends what the people would tell me. If they're saying, look, Spencer Jones is not going to play at the big league level, maybe. But I mean, that's a lot for a rental. I think you only give up a Schlittler or a Jones if it's in like a package for a few players from Arizona or a few players from elsewhere. It's going to be interesting to see. But I do think, I feel like Yankee fans, we say this every year, but I mean, I think it's true. I think the Yankees need to be very aggressive at this year's deadline. Fix as many holes as you can. Got to add to that bullpen too, and make a run for it, make a push for it. Because you stay packed, that's not a good idea. Boston and the Yankees have the same amount of wins. Toronto's really good. Tampa Bay's right behind us. Like they're gonna all make moves, so you have to make moves immediately, and I hope the Yankees do.